So today I want to talk to you about Tyron Woodley and Darren Till. This is a great matchup. I'm hearing people say that Tyron Woodley gasses out. You know, I haven't seen that. I think he's reserved in his fighting. I think he waits for his openings. But I think he's a hell of a champion. First of all, the guy really is underappreciated from what I can see from a promotional standpoint. Darren Till is like their new golden boy. He's like the next Oscar De La Hoya for the UFC. But I don't know if Darren Till is going to be able to take what Tyron Woodley can give. And I'm going to talk just some basics. The one thing that you see with Darren Till is he's a very aggressive, he's a stand-up guy. I don't even like when he puts his hands up because he seems to kind of put them out a little bit, even when he raises his hands during the tour, and he's standing there and he puts his hands up, and Woodley is obviously a lot shorter. His elbows are like they're not down flush near his body. He doesn't have that boxer stance. And knowing that Tyron Woodley is being trained or has been trained at the Wild Card Gym by a very good trainer, I think Melvin something or other, I think that the first thing that you're going to see is when Tyron Woodley defends that onslaught of punches that are going to come from Darren Till. I think you're going to see a body shot, and I think you're going to see a check hook. And that's the problem that I see for Darren Till. I see him as very aggressive. I see him as very strong. I see him as raw. If he hits you, he's going to hurt you. But I also think that Woodley is just a seasoned guy. He's a smart guy. It's amazing that people don't give him enough. He's gone into everyone's realm. You know, when it's a jiu-jitsu guy, like he stuffed the takedown like the guy did nothing against him. Right? When he fights someone that's highly explosive, like he does what he needs to win, and you got to applaud that. And I think what's going to happen, this is just my own prediction, is Tyron Woodley is going to wait for Darren Till, because he is a little bit of a counter puncher, and he does wait to see what his opponent does. He's going to wait for Darren Till to come in aggressive with that hand down, and I don't really like his jab because it's coming from his hip as opposed to from right here. And I think that Tyron is going to hook the shit out of him. Whoop, almost got into an accident because someone dropped the carpet off the back of the pickup truck. Good thing I can manage to talk and navigate at the same time. So what I think Tyron's going to do is he's going to wait for that onslaught, for those punches to come in bunches, and he's going to hook them. And when he hooks them, if he lands, he's going to hurt Darren Till. The one thing I've noticed in all of the fights with Darren Till, no one's hooking him. How do you not hook a guy who comes straight forward, who is a southpaw? The first thing you should be doing as a right-handed fighter, right? What works against southpaws in boxing, right? The left hook and the right hand. What it also is going to help Tyron to do is when he hooks him, right? If he knocks him off balance a little bit, he can then swoop right behind him and get at least a single leg, but probably a double leg or a single leg with a trip. So I see that as a very key factor for Tyron Woodley. There's no reason for Tyron's a smart guy. I don't think he's just going to sit there and go, all right, let's stand here and throw punches as hard as we can at each other. I don't think he's a fool. I think he's a very smart fighter. So I think what you're going to see is Darren Till is going to be very aggressive. He's going to come towards him. Maybe he's going to give him some respect because he's a champion, but in all of his fights, he comes very forward. He came forward against Cowboy. He came into Wonderboy Thompson. But no one hooked. I don't get it, because it was clear, anyone watching it, yes, it's easier to say than it is to do. But Tyron Woodley has the skills. He can sit there in the pocket, wait for him to come in, bend his knees, hold tight, and hook. And when he throws that hook, he can throw a right hand right behind it, which, again, I think Darren Till is susceptible to. And if he hooks and throws the right, he can then, boom, he could then change levels and take him down. And be honest with you, I haven't seen Darren Till on the ground very much, so I'm assuming that Tyron Woodley is going to be, I think he's a Division I wrestler, right? And he doesn't use it because he hasn't had to. Well, I think he's going to throw some hooks, he's going to throw some right hands, and he's going to swoop in and take him down when Darren Till comes in. So I'm just an amateur. I'm just a fan that watches, but I enjoy boxing. I think I understand it. Yes. Could Darren Till hit him with a couple of shots and knock him down? Yeah. Well, I just don't see the champion, Woodley, just going down with a single shot. Anyone can, and he's 36 years old, and that's great, blah, blah, blah. But no, he's the champion. He's 36 years old. Oh, they say he tires in this. Well, anyone tires who gets hit, right? Fatigue makes a coward of us all. So I think as soon as, and don't get me wrong, I like the guy from Belfast, from London, right? I think Darren Till is a heck of a fighter, but I think his rise is a little too quick, and I think he may become a future champion, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. As a fan, someone who watches, I'm not a fanatic, but I do watch UFC. I have a background in boxing. I've boxed for over 17 years, amateur, and I coached a little bit, and I watch a hell of a lot of UFC, and I've taken some jiu-jitsu, whatever that means. Maybe it means that no one gives a shit, and you're watching this video and go, who the fuck is this guy? But the reality is I think I know my thing, and I think that the fact that Tyron has been training at Wildcard, that he's improved his stand-up even more, I think that the first thing, if I was coaching someone against Darren Till, and if Darren Till was just boxing, and that's what most of his fights are, stand up and he's throwing hands, I would say throw a check hook and probably double it up and then follow it with the right hand. And I think that no one's quite as aggressive after they've been punched in the face. You mark my words, I'm just a fan. Give me your feedback. And then watch the fight and talk shit afterwards if you have something to say. Don't talk shit before, because we don't know. It's just my opinion. You respect mine, I respect yours. Thanks for listening.